Ladies and gentlemen, life will always throw challenges our way. Sometimes they come as small inconveniences, a delayed flight, a missed opportunity. Other times, they shake us to the core: heartbreak, failure, loss. But no matter what life brings, the greatest power we have is the ability to control our minds. I have learned that true strength isn't about being unshakable, it's about staying calm even when the world around you is in chaos. It's about training your mind to focus, to breathe, and to respond rather than react. Your mind is your greatest asset, your most powerful weapon, and your ultimate source of strength. But if left unchecked, it can also be your greatest enemy. The way you think determines the way you live. If your thoughts are filled with fear, self-doubt, and negativity, they will shape your reality in the same way. But if you learn to control your mind, if you train yourself to focus on what truly matters, you will find that no situation, no setback, no challenge can break you. Life is unpredictable. Things will go wrong. People will disappoint you. Plans will fail. There will be moments of frustration, heartbreak, and uncertainty. But what matters is not what happens to you, it's how you respond to it. The difference between someone who crumbles under pressure and someone who rises above it is the ability to control their thoughts. When something stressful happens, most people allow their minds to spiral into a whirlwind of negativity. They overthink, they doubt themselves, they get lost in what-ifs and worst-case scenarios. But what does that achieve? Nothing. It only makes the situation worse. The truth is, not everything in life is within your control. You can't control other people. You can't control every outcome. But you can control how you think, how you react, and how you move forward. And that power alone can change everything. When faced with a difficult situation, stop and ask yourself, is this within my control? If the answer is yes, take action. If the answer is no, let it go. Worrying, overanalyzing, and stressing over things you cannot change will never bring you peace. It will only steal your energy and your focus from the things that truly matter. Your mind is like a muscle, it needs to be trained. The more you practice redirecting your thoughts toward solutions instead of problems, the stronger you become. The next time you face adversity, don't immediately think, why is this happening to me? Instead, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this to become better, stronger, wiser? The moment you shift your perspective, you take back control. This doesn't mean suppressing your emotions or pretending everything is fine when it isn't. It means acknowledging your feelings, but not allowing them to control you. It means stepping back, looking at the bigger picture, and reminding yourself that no situation is permanent. You have survived tough days before. You have overcome challenges that once seemed impossible. And you will do it again. Every thought you think is shaping your reality. Train your mind to see possibilities instead of limitations. Train your mind to stay calm instead of panicking. Train your mind to focus on progress instead of problems. Because once you control your mind, you control your life. And when you control your life, there is nothing, absolutely nothing that can stop you. In the middle of chaos, the one thing that can ground you is your breath. It sounds simple, but it's the most powerful tool you have. Think about the moments when you felt overwhelmed, your heart races. Your mind runs in a million directions, and your body tenses up. Your breath becomes shallow, fast, and uneven. That's your body's way of reacting to stress. But here's the thing, just as stress can control your breathing, you can use your breathing to control stress. The moment you feel tension rising, pause before reacting, before speaking, before letting your emotions take over. Breathe. Take a deep inhale, hold it for a second, and exhale slowly. Do it again and again. With every breath, remind yourself that you are in control. Because no matter what is happening around you, the way you respond is always your choice. Most people go through life without ever truly being aware of their breath. They let it happen automatically without realizing that their emotions are dictating it. But once you become intentional about how you breathe, you unlock a new level of control over your mind and body. Deep breathing signals to your nervous system that you are safe, that there is no need to panic. It slows down your heart rate, clears your mind, and allows you to make decisions from a place of calm rather than chaos. Imagine being in a high-pressure situation. Maybe it's an important meeting, a confrontation, or an unexpected challenge. The natural instinct is to react impulsively, to let stress dictate your next move. But instead, what if you took a moment? What if before doing anything, you grounded yourself with your breath? That one small act can change everything. It gives you clarity, it gives you power. It reminds you that no matter what is happening externally, you are in control internally. Training yourself to breathe through difficult moments is not just about managing stress, it's about strengthening your mindset. It's about teaching yourself that you don't have to react to every little thing life throws at you. Not everything deserves your energy, not everything requires an immediate response. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is pause, breathe, and then decide how you want to move forward. This doesn't mean avoiding emotions. It means creating space between what happens to you and how you respond. It means making sure that your actions come from a place of intention rather than reaction. Because the person who remains calm in the storm is the one who finds the solution. The one who breathes through the pressure is the one who rises above it. So the next time life tests you, remember this: before you speak, before you act, before you let stress take over, breathe. That one conscious breath can change your entire state of mind, and once you master that, you'll realize that no situation, no challenge, no setback has the power to break you. You are stronger than the storm, and your breath is the proof of that. Challenges are not roadblocks, they are stepping stones. Every difficult moment in life is an opportunity to grow, to evolve, to become stronger than you were before. But the problem is, most people don't see it that way. The moment they face adversity, they start asking, why me? Why is this happening? Instead, the real question should be, what is this teaching me? How can I use this to become better? Growth never comes from comfort. No one becomes strong by having an easy life. Strength is built in the moments that test you, in the struggles that push you beyond your limits. It's built in the times when you feel like giving up but choose to keep going anyway. The people who achieve great things are not the ones who never failed. They are the ones who turned every failure into fuel. They are the ones who looked at their struggles and said, this is not the end of my story. This is just the beginning. Think about the hardest moment in your life, the time when you felt lost, broken, defeated. Now think about where you are today. You survived. You made it through. And whether you realize it or not, that challenge shaped you. It made you more resilient, more determined, more capable. It taught you something that no success ever could. That is the power of embracing challenges. The truth is, life is never going to be smooth. There will always be setbacks, obstacles, moments of doubt. But your mindset is what determines whether those moments break you or build you. The people who succeed are the ones who refuse to let challenges define them. Instead of complaining about how hard life is, they find solutions. Instead of being afraid of failure, they see it as part of the journey. Instead of focusing on what went wrong, they focus on what they can learn and how they can come back stronger. Every great success story is built on a foundation of struggle. The most inspiring people in the world are the ones who faced unimaginable hardships but refused to give up. They kept moving forward even when everything seemed impossible, and that is exactly what you need to do. The next time you face a challenge, don't shrink back. Don't let fear control you. Stand tall, face it head on. Ask yourself, how can I use this moment to become better? Because once you start seeing challenges as opportunities, nothing can stop you. Life will test you, it will push you, it will throw obstacles in your way. But every challenge is a chance to rise. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. Every failure is a lesson in disguise. So don't fear the struggle, embrace it. Learn from it, grow from it, and most importantly, never let it break you. Because the only thing standing between you and your greatest potential is your ability to see obstacles as opportunities. And once you master that, there is nothing you cannot achieve. Gratitude is a mindset, a way of seeing the world that changes everything. It's easy to focus on what's missing, on what's going wrong, on the things you wish were different. But the moment you shift your focus to what you do have, to the blessings in your life, big or small, you unlock a power that most people overlook. Because gratitude isn't just about being thankful when things are perfect. It's about finding appreciation even in the middle of chaos. Think about it, how often do people take things for granted? The simple ability to wake up every morning, to breathe, to have opportunities, to have people who care about them. Yet, Instead of focusing on these things, they get caught up in negativity. They stress over what they don't have, compare their lives to others, and forget just how much they've already been given. But here's the truth: what you focus on expands. If you constantly focus on problems, you'll always feel like life is against you. But if you train your mind to see the good, even in the smallest moments, you will start to realize that life has always been working for you. When you practice gratitude, you build resilience. Challenges no longer feel like punishments, they become lessons. You stop seeing setbacks as failures and start viewing them as stepping stones. You begin to appreciate the journey instead of constantly waiting for the destination. And the best part, the more you express gratitude, the more you attract positivity into your life. It's not magic, it's mindset. When you're grateful, you operate from a place of abundance rather than lack. You start seeing opportunities instead of obstacles. You start feeling enough instead of chasing external validation. That doesn't mean ignoring difficulties or pretending that struggles don't exist. Life will always have its ups and downs. There will be moments of pain, disappointment, and frustration. But even in those moments, there is something to be grateful for. Maybe it's the lesson you learned. Maybe it's the strength you gained. Maybe it's the people who stood by you when you needed them most. When you train your mind to look for gratitude, you will always find something worth appreciating. The best way to cultivate gratitude is through daily practice. Take a moment every morning or before you sleep to acknowledge 3 things you're grateful for. Write them down. Say them out loud. Feel them. Because the more you remind yourself of what you do have, the less you'll stress about what you don't. Gratitude is not just an emotion, it's a habit, a discipline. And the more you practice it, the more natural it becomes. Life is happening for you, not to you. Every day is a gift. Every challenge is an opportunity. Every moment, no matter how small, holds something beautiful. Train your mind to see it. Because once you start living with gratitude, you will realize that happiness was never about having more, it was about having what was already yours. Emotions are powerful. They can drive you forward or hold you back. They can give you strength or make you feel completely powerless. But the truth is, you are not your emotions. You experience them, but they don't define you. And the moment you learn to master your emotions instead of letting them control you, you unlock a new level of power over your life. Most people react to their emotions without thinking. When they're angry, they lash out. When they're frustrated, they give up. When they're sad, they shut down. But reacting emotionally doesn't solve anything, it only makes things worse. Think about it. How many times have you said something in anger that you later regretted? How often have you made a decision based on fear, only to realize that it wasn't the right choice? This happens when emotions take over, when they dictate actions instead of being managed wisely. The key to mastering emotions is awareness. The next time you feel overwhelmed, pause. Instead of immediately reacting, take a step back and ask yourself, what am I really feeling? What is causing this emotion? Because often what we think we're feeling is just the surface. Anger, for example, is usually not just anger, it's disappointment, hurt, or fear in disguise. Stress is not just stress, it's uncertainty, pressure, or self-doubt. The moment you identify the real cause behind your emotions, you gain control over them. Once you recognize what you're feeling, the next step is to decide how you want to respond. Do you want to let anger push you into a decision you'll regret? Do you want to allow fear to stop you from chasing your dreams? Or do you want to take control, breathe, and choose a response that aligns with your goals? This doesn't mean suppressing emotions, it means acknowledging them but not letting them dictate your actions. It means feeling everything but responding with intention. One of the most powerful ways to manage emotions is to shift your perspective. Instead of seeing stress as a sign that something is wrong, see it as a sign that you care. Instead of viewing fear as a barrier, recognize it as an opportunity to grow. Instead of letting failure make you feel worthless, understand that every setback is a lesson, a step toward success. The way you interpret emotions changes the way they affect you. This kind of emotional control takes practice. It won't happen overnight, but every time you choose to respond instead of react, you get stronger. Every time you pause before acting on an emotion, you take back control. And the more you train yourself to do this, the more unshakable you become. Life will test you. People will test you. Situations will push you to your limits. But you always have a choice. You can let emotions run your life, or you can master them and create the life you want. And once you take control of your emotions, nothing, absolutely nothing can hold you back. The mind is a battlefield, and the thoughts you entertain determine whether you win or lose. Every day, countless thoughts run through your mind. Some empower you, while others create doubt, fear, and hesitation. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't isn't talent, luck, or opportunity, it's mindset. The way you speak to yourself, the way you see yourself, and the way you respond to challenges all come down to the mental habits you cultivate. If you want to stay calm and unshaken in any situation, you have to train your mind to filter out negativity and replace it with self-belief. Doubt is one of the biggest enemies of success. It creeps in quietly, making you question whether you're good enough, smart enough, or strong enough. The truth is, doubt is not real, it's just fear in disguise, and the only way to overcome it is to refuse to entertain it. Every time a negative thought enters your mind, replace it with something empowering. Instead of "what if I fail?" ask yourself, "what if I succeed?" Instead of "I'm not ready," tell yourself, "I will figure it out." Your thoughts create your reality, and when you train your mind to focus on possibility rather than limitation, everything changes. Another way to build mental strength is by developing a mindset of resilience. Life will never be perfect. There will be challenges, setbacks, and moments where nothing seems to go your way. But instead of letting difficulties break you, use them as fuel. The strongest people in the world are not the ones who never faced hardships, they are the ones who refuse to let hardships define them. They turn pain into power, failures into lessons, and obstacles into stepping stones. That kind of resilience starts in the mind. When you decide that nothing will shake you, nothing will. It's also important to surround yourself with positivity. The people you spend time with, the content you consume, and the conversations you engage in all shape your mindset. If you're constantly around negativity, doubt, and fear, it's going to influence the way you think. But if you surround yourself with people who inspire you, books that challenge you, and experiences that push you forward, your mindset will shift. You will start to believe in your own power because you will see that success is not reserved for a chosen few, it is built by those who refuse to give up. Training your mind takes time. It requires conscious effort every single day. But the more you practice, the more natural it becomes. Soon calmness will replace anxiety, confidence will replace doubt, and resilience will replace fear.